Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today's tutorial is all about getting more control over your Power BI reports by learning how to restrict a slicer so it only filters out specific visuals. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to make your reports easier to interact with and much clearer for your viewers, simply by focusing your slicers where you want them. Let's dive right in. Alright, first things first, let's start by opening up Power BI. If you have your own report open, great, and if not, you can grab any sample dataset just to follow along. Once you're in, look up at the top ribbon and find the View tab. Click that, and then be sure to locate the option called Filters. Take a second to check that filtering is enabled. Sometimes it's easy to miss, but having the filters pane visible is key for what we'll do next. If you're not seeing the filters pane on the side, just tap that option once, and it should slide right into view. Now let's talk about our data. For this walkthrough, I'll use a sample table that includes some kind of date information. It could be sales records, project deadlines, or anything with dates, really. Head over to your data fields and just drag the date field onto your report page. Here, where the magic happens, after you've dropped that date field onto the canvas, change its visualization to a slicer. If you haven't done this before, just make sure your new visual is selected, and then choose Slicer from the Visualizations pane. At this point, your slicer might default to a list of full dates, days, months, years. What we want is a slicer that focuses on just the month. So with the slicer selected, look for the little drop-down arrow in the field well, right where your date field is. Expand that and select the month option. This way, the slicer is showing each month as its own item, neatly organizing your data by a higher level rather than overwhelming viewers with every single date. Now, let's reinforce some precision using the Filters pane. Click on your slicer to select it, and then hop over to that Filters pane we enabled earlier. Underneath your slicer's details in the Filters pane, you'll see a spot for filtering the data in that visual, usually labeled by your date column. Set the filter mode to Basic Filtering. This tells Power BI that you want to handpick exactly which months show up or get through the filter. With Basic Filtering on, you'll see a checklist of all available months. For our example, let's focus just on the first quarter of the year. Go ahead and tick the boxes for January, February, and March. If you're working with slightly different data, just pick the months you want to highlight. After you've made your selections, take a moment to look back at your report. Now, the slicer is only providing filter options for those months you selected. Anyone interacting with your dashboard will only be able to filter visuals using January, February, and March, keeping the focus on just the time frame you want analyzed. This little tweak can really help cut down on confusion and keep your reports laser-focused on what matters. And that's it, pretty straightforward once you walk through it right. If this part takes a couple tries to get exactly right, don't worry, sometimes finding the right fields or toggles in Power BI can take a little practice. But once you've done it, you'll be customizing your dashboards like a pro. If you found this tutorial helpful, make sure to hit that like button, and let me know in the comments if you have any questions, or if there's another Power BI tip you want to see. And if you want to keep leveling up your data skills, don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth tutorials every week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.